Good morning, everyone. 7th May 2022. Let's see which are the important articles from today's The Hindu newspaper. Largely they relate to our mains examination. From these articles also some inputs for prelims we will try to find out simultaneously. So look at the first page. Okay, Center Delhi row heads to the Constitution bench. GS2 paper polity part. Okay, so here the 3-judge bench which was listening to this particular case between central and Delhi state government regarding control over services. This has created confusion. Why? Because the earlier 2-judge bench for, let's say, dealing with these issues between center and state, it had given split verdict on this specific issue, control over public services or civil servant. Now the case is transferred for the Constitution bench again, specifically to deal with this issue only. The court is of the view that other issues have been settled by the earlier Constitution bench in 2018. Okay, that judgment is the standard, but for dealing with this issue, for control over civil services or services simply, the 5-judge Constitution bench is constituted, and that bench will listen to this case. Fine. Now moving on. Yes, on page number 4 you can see that Lukman IS advertisement is also there. GS Foundation open session on Monday 9th May at morning 11. It is open session, and Ansari sir will guide all the students who are interested in joining foundation batch how to prepare for civil services, and everything will be dealt on 9th May 11 am. Okay, so those interested students, those who are following this The Hindu analysis also, and if they have not done foundation batch at any place, see the importance of foundation batch. Many times students come to us, let's say, asking, sir, ये module ठीक से नहीं हुआ है, वो module ठीक से नहीं हुआ है. Okay, the thing is they are not joining a foundation batch or a complete course at one place. What they are doing is simply they are looking for the videos on internet for any particular faculty from any particular class which are freely available. See, no class gives everything free of cost. Okay, so basically your preparation will be incomplete and you are giving same amount of time. So this is not a good approach for UPSC. Okay, so you need to complete your syllabus once. Yes, in an integrated manner, and it is better to join at any one institute, all, let's say, GS 1, 2, 3, 4, including essay paper. Okay, that will provide you holistic preparation. ठीक है, तो yes, on Monday you can join. It is open session. There is no fees for it. Also, in complete next week, yes, so complete next week, the other faculties, including me, I will, let's say, we will provide you guidance regarding how to prepare different subjects, and they are also open sessions, and on the basis of that you can take admission for foundation batch. Okay, now yes, moving on. See, on page number 5 on bottom side, ISRO's unique goal for Venus mission. Okay, so we are expecting to launch one mission to the Venus in 2024. Although the date is not finalized, the project cost could be around 500 crore to 1000 crore. Along with that, ISRO chief is concerned regarding the technology that is required to understand the atmosphere of Venus. So in general we know that Venus is having very dense cloudy atmosphere made up of CO2. ठीक है, तो ज़्यादातर वहाँ पे जो है CO2 बहुत ज़्यादा अमाउंट में. Along with that, it is very dense atmosphere, so we do not understand what is there on the surface, on the Venus. So he is of the view that we will reach the periphery of the Venus like we have reached the Mars. So we know how to reach Venus, but basically it is concerned that how to enter into the atmosphere. Okay, the kind of equipments that are required. So it is going to be, you know, time taking, time consuming as well as costly affair. वो उन्होंने वहाँ पे मेंशन किया है. सो साइंस एंड टेक से आपको पता होना चाहिए कि वीनस का एटमॉस्फेयर कैसा है. ओके, जैसे मार्स जो है इट इज़ बेयर रॉकी सरफेस एंड देर इज़ नो डेंस एटमॉस्फेयर ऑन मार्स. ठीक है, बट वीनस का एग्जैक्टली अपोजिट है. ठीक है, यस. नाउ ऑन पेज नंबर 6 इंपॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल्स. Yes, lead article, in rising heat the cry of the wilting outdoor workers. So this article is talking about the heat wave being experienced in India, Europe, in other parts of the world, and why it is important to take measures especially related to mitigation and adaptation. So we are expecting question in disaster management part, GS3 paper. Okay, so environment and disaster management, it is kind of integrated, you know, aspects are involved there, including geography, GS1 paper. So here the article is explaining first of all the situation in India, then it is giving certain facts regarding the temperatures during April month, okay, previous month, and at the same time it is talking about the causes of this heat wave or extreme weather event. Then it is talking about how we can have certain mitigation and adaptation measures for heat wave, especially for, you know, the workplaces which are outdoor, for example agriculture, okay, or construction work. Okay, so it is outdoor work and this is becoming more and more difficult. So it is suggesting some good measures also. Okay? On left hand side, countdown, recent unfortunate incident, again the mob lynching on the cow suspicion in Madhya Pradesh happened. 2 tribal, let's say, people have been lynched down here, and this is, you know, a very what you can say negative aspect, or we can say illegal, against rule of law. All this we can say injustice, everything is being done here. We have to understand this issue from GS2 paper polity and GS4 paper ethics part also. Okay, so yes, some of the Supreme Court judgments are also mentioned in the article. We should know about that, those articles also. On bottom side, overcoming the differences. So here India-France relations that have been discussed here. So recently our Prime Minister visited France, and the outcome of the visit is also explained. The analysis is also, you know, done in the second part. Okay? Yes. The new track for capital punishment jurisprudence. Recently, I guess in previous week or last to last week only, we have discussed this same issue of capital punishment. ओके, सो विल नॉट गो अगेन इन डिटेल. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा एक आर्टिकल्स डिस्कस करने में थोड़ा गैप रखना चाहिए, ताकि क्या है आपका मेमोरी भी थोड़ा फेड होता है तो फिर से उसको रिवीजन करने में अच्छा होता है. ठीक है, सो यस, मेनी टाइम स्टूडेंट्स हु आर वाचिंग इट द वीडियो ऑनलाइन, सो आपको ऐसा लग सकता है कि मतलब कुछ आर्टिकल्स मिस आउट हो रहे हैं क्या. सो from time to time we tell you that the Hindu analysis or any newspaper analysis video should be watched for at least 1 or 2 months continuously. Then only you will get a rapport with that faculty. ठीक है, कि वो faculty किस तरीके से पढ़ा रहे हैं, कितना कवर हो रहा है, कौन से सब्जेक्ट कवर हो रहा है. Okay, isolated watching of 1 or 2 video or 1 week will not give you holistic picture, right? Yes. Now moving on page number 8, Italy, India discuss Ukraine energy and G20 cooperation. So Italian foreign minister visited India. So our external affairs minister met with him, and the outcome of the visit is mentioned. See, we talked about this India-Europe relations. Okay, so there you should know about the holistic relation India European Union as well as bilateral relations with all European countries, major European countries. Okay, so regarding India Italy, छोटा सा आपको आपके नोट्स में बना के रखना है, हाफ पेज का 1 पेज का मैक्सिमम, कि क्या डेवलपमेंट्स हुए. ओके, yes, on page number 9, fertility rate falls further, obesity rises. This data is National Family Health Survey 5 report recently released by Ministry of Health. Okay, it talks about, let's say, stunting among the children. Total fertility rate has fallen below replacement level at national level. ठीक है, तो ये अच्छी न्यूज़ है, पॉजिटिव न्यूज़ है, बट द चाइल्ड स्टंटिंग हैज़ ओनली मार्जिनली डिक्लाइन. Okay, obesity is increasing both in urban and rural areas. Okay, so the negative indicators, positive indicators, and this is government we can say collected data. तो यही डेटा हमें आंसर में भी लिखना है. Okay, so GS2 paper health or HRD and essay paper. So there you can use these facts. Yes. See, cyclonic storm brewing over Bay of Bengal, Odisha on alert. So up till now the name has not been given, I guess, to this cyclonic storm, but soon when it will be intensified, then again the name will be given. We will have follow up on this news later. Okay, आपको ये तो पता है कि साइक्लोन फॉर्मेशन के 2 सीजन्स होते हैं इंडियन ओशन में, सितंबर, अक्टूबर, नवंबर and March, April, May month. Generally the cyclonic activities is in Bay of Bengal or overall Indian Ocean is higher during these 2. Okay, now let us discuss these articles. Overcoming differences. Okay, so the editorial on page number 6, India-France relations. Recently our Prime Minister visited France. The outcome of the visit is important. The main issue of discussion or topic of discussion remained Ukraine war. At the same time they discussed mitigating the war's effect also. How we can mitigate the effect, that has been also discussed. The outcome of the visit, here in the second part we can talk about that. France has invited India to cooperate or participate in the farm initiative, food and agriculture resilience mission. Food and agriculture resilience mission. Okay, to participate in this mission initiated by France so as to ensure food security in underdeveloped countries जहाँ पे food crisis होता है. ठीक है, तो वहाँ पे वो हेल्प करने के लिए. So especially India can help in wheat export. But there is one caveat, especially the developments in last month. Although we have been emphasizing on this that we will export wheat and all these things, but last month what we have observed is heat wave, and because of that in Punjab the harvest of the wheat has been affected. So this has created one concern that whether exports will impact the domestic consumption and the prices of wheat. Already the suspicion has resulted into speculation of wheat prices in the market. Okay, so we have to see in that background whether we will be able to export wheat or not. Second, industry level partnership is being proposed between these 2 countries for supply chain in solar energy equipments. Okay, so yes, we know that in 2015 when the Paris Agreement was signed, International Solar Alliance was proposed by India and France together. So both countries are promoting solar energy. This partnership has been now taken forward with the industry level partnership for the supply chain in solar energy for European countries and India. Then third level is they are trying to cooperate in the strategic space sector. Okay, so they have been cooperating in the, let's say, launching of satellites or the, we can say, space missions. But the new area of, we can say, warfare, that is space warfare, is being, let's say, it is emerging, and now India is trying to cooperate with France here in dealing with that issue. ठीक है, जैसे हम देखते हैं कि चाइना इज वी कैन से मेकिंग फास्ट प्रोग्रेस इन यूजिंग स्पेस एज अ स्ट्रेटेजिक, वी कैन से स्पेस, ठीक है, जो हम बोलते हैं ना कि वॉरफेयर के लिए यूज़ किया जा रहा है, तो उसके लिए जो भी कोऑपरेशन की ज़रूरत है, स्पेशली फॉर प्रोटेक्टिंग आवर लॉन्चेस, जो भी हमारे सैटेलाइट्स है उसको प्रोटेक्ट करना ज़रूरी है, राइट. एंड फ्रांस हैज़ दैट कैपेबिलिटी इन यूरोपी, अमंग द यूरोपियन कंट्रीज. स्पेस सेक्टर में काफ़ी हायर, वी कैन से, इम्प्रूव्ड टेक्नोलॉजीज है उनके पास में. ओके, सो दिस इज द आउटकम वी कैन टॉक अबाउट the recent meeting between two countries. Now, India and France have decades of unusually productive partnership, given that neither has allowed other relationship to play a role in bilateral relationship. And this has been the important premise for their strong defense partnership. Some examples are mentioned. You should know the background. In 1998, when India carried out nuclear tests, okay, 1998 nuclear, various Western countries, they had let's say implemented sanctions against India, but France did not condemn or sanction on India, did not put sanctions on India आफ्टर दैट न्यूक्लियर टेस्ट. तो वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज में ऐसा फ्रांस एक ही ऐसा कंट्री था डेवलप कंट्रीज में जिसने सैंक्शंस नहीं. देन इन 2008 फ्रांस बिकेम द फर्स्ट कंट्री टू साइन सिविल न्यूक्लियर डील. आफ्टर NSC gave waiver to India for use of that nuclear technology and fuel, nuclear supplier group. Okay, so this shows that these two countries are having some strong relationship, and the third factor or external factors are not affecting this partnership. However, we should also understand there is a lack of progress in India European Union free trade agreement. Okay, so these negotiations have stopped in 2013, so there is no progress in this free trade agreement. Okay, so individually India is trying to reach out. अभी UK बाहर हो गया है, तो उसके साथ individually हम free trade agreement का negotiation कर रहे हैं, India UK. So this will be helpful if, let's say, it is negotiated. Why? Because European Union is very huge market for India's goods export. At the same time, India is good market for European Union services. These countries are having expertise in different services, so their export to India, that will be also helpful for these countries. ओके, सो ये आपको यहाँ पर जो लिमिटेशंस या चैलेंजेस में ये हमें बताना है. फाइन. सो GS2 पेपर IR सेक्शन. यस, मूविंग ऑन. इन राइजिंग हीट द क्राई ऑफ विल्टिंग आउटडोर वर्कर. So recently, in April month, we have witnessed very higher temperatures, especially in central India and northwest India. Okay, the heat wave conditions were established. Delhi suffered its second warmest April in 72 years, and temperature averaged around 40.2 degrees Celsius, while the neighboring Haryana city Gurgaon, so it was 45 degrees Celsius for the first time in April month. This was the situation. Now this has some, we can say, negative impact, especially on health and we can say livelihood of certain sectors. For example, labor intensive agriculture, construction, who work in the outdoors, especially in afternoons. So working in these sectors has become very difficult. Okay, now causes of heat wave. First of all, you should know that land use change all over the world. This changes the albedo of the earth's surface, and more heat is being absorbed by these surfaces. It is not being reflected, and because of that the overall, let's say, global temperatures. Second, of course, greenhouse gases emissions from burning of fossil fuel. Then third, deforestation. Vegetation or forests, they act as a they have moderating effect on the temperature, atmospheric temperatures. Deforestation is, eliminating that effect also. So these factors, along with, we can say, changes in the rainfall pattern. So availability of the water is becoming more and more problematic. In certain areas, especially semi-arid and arid regions, they are frequently witnessing droughts. Okay, so all these are resulting into, we can say, excess temperature, and there is no, let's say, ठीक है, हमें ये समझ रहा है causes. Now moving on, consequences of the heat wave, health and livelihood. Yes, some facts have been mentioned in the article regarding health and livelihood. So in terms of health, we can say in last 50 years in India, around 1.5 lakh people or deaths happened due to extreme weather. Extreme weather includes both heat and cold wave. Being the tropical and subtropical country, India is, we can say, very much exposed to such kind of extreme weather events. Okay, then along with that, in, let's say, a third of South Asia's population depends on outdoor work. This fact also explains that substantial population is exposed to hazardous impact of this heat waves. जो आउटडोर वर्क करने वाले, वी नो दैट इंडिया इज लार्जली एग्रीकल्चर कंट्री. More than 50% employment is still in agriculture sector, and it is completely outdoor, we can say, work. So whenever, let's say, such heat wave happens, largely the particular sector is getting impacted. Along with that, as a way forward, what do we need at present is climate adaptation measures. Okay, so in urban areas and in rural areas, we can divide like this. When we write causes or consequences or impact or way forward, we should structurize it under different headings. So what kind of adaptation or, let's say, mitigation measures in urban areas? There should be urban forestry. Along the streets, there should be plantation of trees. Rooftop plantations should be there. It will reduce, we can say, the heat capture. It will reflect more heat. Along with that, it will have the moderating effect in the urban climate. ठीक है, तो ये काफ़ी important है in urban areas. Then along with that, let's say, for water availability, there should be rainwater harvesting. Compulsory rainwater harvesting structures should be there, so that during summer time the water is available. Rainwater harvesting in urban areas. In rural areas, especially agriculture sector is getting affected. Okay, so there can be, we can support to farmers to adopt this drip and sprinkler irrigation methods, because water scarcity is going to be the major challenge in future. So drip irrigation facilities. Then here focus should be on providing crop insurance, now in addition to these points, the common factor for the vulnerable sections getting impacted because of heat wave should be disaster linked insurance. This is going to be the future. At present, this is not implemented in India. We are talking about health and life insurance. Disaster linked health and life insurance. This is let's say very important at present. Why? Because the number of natural hazards, natural disasters, their frequency is increasing. Okay. And because of that, what happens is there are more number of deaths happening, and disproportionate impact on the marginal sections is more. So insurance will provide some kind of buffer, shock absorber to these people. Second is cash transfers to vulnerable sections. Especially those working in unorganized sector, construction workers are there, let's say small and marginal landholders are there in farming sector, landless rural labor are there, they are getting impacted here. So they can be provided some relief through cash transfers also, especially when heat wave conditions are there in specific area, तो उन्हीं को दिया जा सकता है. Okay, it will act as a buffer here. Okay, so these safety nets, a combination of targeted transfers and insurance schemes to improve the resilience of outdoor workers, common for both urban and rural areas. Okay, so it can be written as a way forward. फाइन. सो बाकी भी तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं उसमें हम बोल सकते हैं, राइट. सो टू डील विद द हीट वेव, ऑफ कोर्स वी शुड focus on long term aspect, reduce the greenhouse gas emissions, and along with that shift to the green energy sources, renewable energy sources, afforestation measures. Along with that there should be focus on moisture and soil conservation methods, natural farming के ऊपर shift हो जाना चाहिए. There should be development of heat higher temperature tolerant varieties. यहाँ पे ये बोल सकते हैं heat tolerant varieties of crops, because see some kind of temperature rise is going to be there, we have to adopt.
So recently there was a news that now scientists are developing climate change means crop varieties which are adaptable to the
yes, this is what we are talking. Yes, this is what we are talking here. Okay, so because certain amount of temperature rise is going to be there, and that's why we want to have heat tolerant varieties of different food grains, crops, and along with that there are extreme weather events that may happen. So drought resistant, जिसको हम बोलते हैं drought resilient varieties of crops are also being developed. Okay, ठीक है. Yes, those on YouTube channel watching live videos, so some voice quality issue is there, we are trying to resolve that. Please bear with us. If you want to join on daily basis for this live video lecture, you can give your mail ID there in the comment box. We will provide you Zoom link where you can attend this lecture. Okay, yes. Countdown. So there is one editorial written with the context of recent lynching of 2 tribal men in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so apart from tribal people, we should know that the marginal sections, Muslim community, Dalit community in particular, have borne the brunt of these senseless acts of mob violence and murders. So we should know that in India, different state governments, they have anti-cow lynching laws, and they are being implemented not with the focus on protecting animals, but with the focus on appeasing the political parties or particular majoritarian community. Okay, so this is a very important analysis that we should understand. What is the motive or the constitutional basis for this anti-cow lynching laws, or cow protection laws, we can say. इसको हम काउ लिंचिंग नहीं बोलेंगे, these are anti-cow slaughter laws. Okay, banning the cow slaughter. ठीक है, तो काउ स्लॉटर बैन करने के लिए बहुत सारे स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स ने ये लॉज पास. बट व्हाट इज द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बेसिस फॉर इट? यस, DPSPs, आर्टिकल नंबर्स, आर्टिकल 48, आर्टिकल 48A, and then fundamental duties, article 51A. Okay, so under these articles, say for article 48 Gandhian DPSP, which provides for protection of indigenous breeds of cow, calves, and prevent the slaughtering of, let's say, these particular varieties of cattle, we can say. And then from 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, this 48A was added for the protection of environment and wildlife. Okay. Then this fundamental duty also says that we need to protect cows and calves. ठीक है, so we can understand it is, let's say, inherent part of our culture. Even the majoritarian religion, that is Hindu religion, cow is holy animal for the religion. Okay, and to enact these provisions, these state governments have enacted this law. You should know Supreme Court verdict in 2005. Supreme Court has upheld these state laws and said that under these articles the states can enact such laws. States can enact such laws. Now this has further led to other remaining states to enact those laws. Especially we all know that such kind of, let's say, laws being implemented with wrong motive, although the intention is correct, but implemented with wrong motive. Okay, so for example, this case, so here the mob lynching happened, but the police is giving one argument that the person who was lynched was involved in cow slaughtering. But this is not the right argument. So they should investigate the issue. They should focus on, let's say, this mob lynching and mob violence issue. Okay, so let's understand this issue here. Mob violence. We are expecting question in GS4 also. What are the issues associated with mob violence and lynching? ऐसे आपको direct question आ सकता है. GS4 ethics part. Okay, yes, you tell me.
What are the issues?
हाँ.
Taking law and order.
Lack of rule of law. It shows lack of rule of law. No? It shows that we are living in a barbaric society. It shows we are living in a barbaric society where there is no rule of law. Okay. Second. Yes. So we say that dominance, majoritarian ओवर माइनॉरिटी, बट ये हम थर्ड लिखेंगे. सेकंड इंपॉर्टेंट इश्यू इज राइट टू लाइफ. Know that right to life is important fundamental right of any person, and each and every person has this human right which cannot be taken away without, we can say, the established law. हमारे आर्टिकल 21 में भी ऐसे मेंशन किया हुआ है, राइट. सो both established by law and due process of law is being applied now with the wider interpretation, and this right to life is inalienable. ठीक है. तो अदर पर्सन आर्बिट्रीली, इवन स्टेट कैनॉट टेक अवे लाइफ ऑफ द पर्सन. मॉब लिंचिंग shows that without giving, let's say, opportunity for that other person to justify his act or her act, thus such kind of instances are happening. Then it also shows lack of, accountability of state machinery. Okay, especially law enforcement agencies. Such kind of instances should raise the questions and hold the law enforcement agencies accountable. Okay, they are responsible for ensuring law and order in the society. ऐसे instances होना मतलब there is weak law enforcement. Okay, then yes, other issues.
Lack of faith in judiciary.
No, will not say lack of faith in judiciary. We can say that lack of civility, compassion. ये एक्चुअली ऊपर लिखना चाहिए, ठीक है. लैक ऑफ सिविलिटी, कंपैशन, एम्पथी on behalf of people. Okay, such kind of violent acts, basically they are out of rage. It shows that people are not having compassion towards other people in the society, and this is inhuman because compassion is inherent to human being. Okay, so there is lack of compassion, empathy and civility. Civility, basically we respect other people. Okay, जो एक होता है ना सिविक ड्यूटी होता है कि सामने वाले पर्सन को रिस्पेक्ट करना, that is lacking here. Okay, so even let's say this is simply, we should understand it is disproportionately impacting the weaker sections of society, and we know that state requires to protect their rights. तो यहाँ पे state जो है absent है ऐसे instances में. ये issues आपको वहाँ पे analysis करना चाहिए. इसको ऊपर लिखिए, ethics में ये ऊपर आ जाना चाहिए. Okay? Yes. So what should be the way forward? Yes, way forward we can say that the victims should get justice first of all, that the judiciary, law enforcement agencies and judiciary should provide the justice here. At the same time, the law enforcement, a rule of law needs to be implemented. It needs to be ensured. Rule of law, law enforcement agencies. Third, role of judiciary. It needs to review all these state laws to ban the cow slaughter. To ban the cow slaughter, they needed to be reviewed by the judiciary, because they are being implemented with a wrong, we can say, aspect here. जो भी उन DPSP में लिखा है, that is with right intention, but they are being implemented to target certain communities. This is a wrong thing. Okay, so there should be accountability mechanism here. ठीक है, तो ये वे फॉरवर्ड में आप लिख सकते हैं. फाइन. नाउ सेंटर दिल्ली रो हेड्स टू द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बेंच. ओके, Supreme Court referred to a constitution bench the battle between center and Delhi government for control over bureaucrats in the capital. Okay, so you should know the background here. 4 years ago, the constitution bench had unanimously held that LG of Delhi, bound by aid and advice by popular government, elected government of Delhi, and they should both work in a harmonious manner with each other. 2018 judgment. 5-judge constitution bench. Okay, and later on this bench said that 2-judge, let's say, bench will deal with all the issues. We have discussed again this issue in previous week. What were the issues? The bone of contention related to control over civil services, then control over, we can say, DISCOMs, electricity board, sorry. So electricity board, then let's say for, yes, control over anti-corruption bureau and its officials, inquiry commission, all these were issues. That particular verdict of 2-judge bench, it has said or given the clear verdict regarding remaining issues, but the split verdict was given on this control over services. And now the Supreme Court has transferred this issue to the again constitution bench. It will specifically deal with this services issue and not the remaining ones, because remaining issues are settled one. Okay, so the court informed that the case would be listed again on 11th May. Fine. Fertility rate falls further, obesity rises. Data is very important for our examination. This health related data, which is government provided data, Ministry of Health, it is very important. GS2 paper, health, HRD part, human resource development, and we can say essay paper. In essay paper you can use this. Now total fertility rate and average number of children per woman has further declined from 2.2 to 2.0 at national level between National Family Health Survey 4 and 5. You should know NFHS 4 conducted 2015-16, NFHS 2019-21. Okay, so within this time period at national level, this total fertility rate has come down and has reached below the replacement level. What is replacement level of TFR?
2.1.
Yes, 2.1. But what is that meaning of this replacement level?
That exactly same population will be replaced by upcoming.
Yes, so population of that country or that, let's say, state will remain same in future if that TFR continues. The same population replace, we can say, itself by the next generation. Okay, so this is TFR. So if at national level it has come down below this TFR, that means here onwards we are going to expect the population decline. We are going to witness the population decline in India. Okay, so वो एक होता है ना watershed moment, वो हम witness करने वाले हैं यहाँ पर अभी in terms of demography. Now, not all states having TFR less than 2.1. Some of the states, like 5 states, Bihar, Meghalaya, Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand, Manipur, in India, which are having above replacement level fertility of 2.1 as per this report. Okay, तो सारे states में नहीं कम हुआ है. Some of the states it is still above 2.1. Then institutional births have increased from 79% to 89% across India. Okay, rural urban में भी दिया है. In rural areas around 87% births being delivered in institutions. Same for urban area, 94%. So there is improvement in institutional births also. Regarding this, you should know Janani Suraksha Yojana. It is for promoting institutional births. Okay. As per the results of this, more than 3/4, 77% of the children aged between 12 to 23 months were fully immunized compared to 62%.
Sir, Janani Suraksha Yojana is for?
Institutional births, promoting institutional births. ठीक है, वहाँ पे 1000 रुपीज मिलता है बर्थ होने के बाद, उसको रजिस्टर करने के बाद. ठीक है, जो बाकी का है वो किस में मिलता है? 5000. दीज आर NFSA प्रोविजंस. हाँ, मातृ वंदना योजना, प्रधानमंत्री मातृ वंदना योजना, 5000 रुपीज in 3 installments. Along with that, if it is institutional delivery under Janani Suraksha, 1000 rupees. ठीक है, ये याद रखना है. Then the level of stunting among the children under 5 years marginally declined from 38 to 36%. Marginally decline है, ज़्यादा substantial नहीं है. This is also major concern. Then sustainable development goals indicator improved in all states and union territories. Then prevalence of women having bank or saving account increased from 53 to 79% in last 4 years. Women empowerment के लिए कुछ facts लिखे. There are 3 indicators which suggest women empowerment according to this survey. What are these? About health care of women herself, making major household purchases, visit to her family or relatives. This shows that she is having say in decision making. ठीक है, ऐसा उन्होंने कहा है. Indicates that their participation in decision making is high. Rise in obesity. Okay, तो ये prevalence of overweight or obesity has increased. Most of the states national level increased from 21% to 24% women and 19% to 3% among the men. Okay, so remember this data, updated facts related to health indicators. Recently we also dealt with another indicator. हेल्थ से रिलेटेड क्या था वो डेटा? बर्थ रजिस्ट्रेशंस के ऊपर एक रिपोर्ट आया था ना, वो बर्थ चाइल्ड सेक्स रेशो के ऊपर जो आया था कुछ दिन पहले हमने कवर किया था. सिविल रजिस्ट्रेशन के ऊपर का एक रिपोर्ट था जिसमें उन्होंने सेक्स रेशो के बारे में बताया था. एंड सेक्स रेशो इन सम ऑफ द स्टेट्स इम्प्रूव्ड, वहाँ पे लिखा हुआ था. ठीक है, भूल गए सब? यस, इटली इंडिया डिस्कस यूक्रेन एनर्जी एंड G20 कोऑपरेशन. Italian foreign minister visited India, met with our external affairs minister. Okay, so what were the areas of cooperation? Yes, two countries discussed Ukraine issue and they had some kind of similar views on Ukraine. Both ministers expressed their concern or ongoing humanitarian crisis, called for immediate cessation of hostilities and underlined the importance of safeguarding international order based on the UN Charter, with special regard to respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity. The minister discussed the implementing India-Italy strategic partnership on energy transition. Remember this? Strategic partnership on energy transition announced last year during the Prime Minister's visit to Italy for G20 meeting. They also discussed cooperating at multilateral organization like G20. Now both countries agreed to explore partnership in areas such as gas transportation, green hydrogen, biofuels, energy storage. In addition, they agreed to jointly organize India-Italy Tech Summit on energy transition and circular economy. So you can see that India-Italy cooperation revolves around energy transition, renewable energy, biofuels. Okay, so Italy is having some competence in the renewable energy technology. ठीक है, तो सारा जो भी relations है वो energy transition. So we are having strategic partnership on energy transition. Okay, yes. Fine. So on the basis of data, updated data, such kind of questions being asked.
Sir, D is a D.
Hmm? Yes. Yes, online students, you can also attempt. Okay, so recently, just now we talked about this data of National Family Health Survey 5 released by Ministry of Health. Okay, total fertility rate at national level in India has gone below replacement level. We have to find the correct statement. Replacement level अभी तो बात हुई थी 2.1%, उसके नीचे चला गया है ना, कितना हुआ है नेशनल लेवल पे?
2.0, yes, sir.
तो ये करेक्ट होगा ना स्टेटमेंट? At national level it reduced from 2.2 to 2.0. मैंने अभी बताया था ना 2 हुआ है,
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, तो दिस इज करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट. Then all states in India have reached the total fertility rate at replacement level or below.
No.
So this is incorrect. Some of the states or 5 states they are still having above 2.1. तो ये समझने के लिए पहले तो हमें रिप्लेसमेंट लेवल क्या है ये पता होना चाहिए, and then the latest data about it. Okay, so that's why answer is 1 only. Fine? Yes, okay. Yes, any question from your side? Okay, some students who are watching this video online, अगर आपके यहाँ पर वीडियो में एको आ रहा है या कुछ साउंड क्वालिटी का कंसर्न है, so we are uploading the video by 2 o'clock later on, the recorded video. So for time being you can refer to that video also, ठीक है, क्योंकि we can understand for 1 hour with such noise or we can say sound, it becomes problem for you. ठीक है, okay, let us stop then.